Hello everyone, and today we'll be working on simplifying algebraic expressions. And this is video 1 of 3. Okay, so going over the terminology, going to identify what a term is. Now, a term is either a number or product of a number and variable, separated by a plus or minus sign. Okay, so for example, if you have x, that's just one term. If you have 4, that's just one term. You have x plus 3. Each of those separated by that plus sign be 2 terms. Or even if you have 7x plus 2y plus 5z minus 8. You have 4 terms. Okay, now your numerical coefficient is just the value of the numerical term. Or in other words, the number in front of the variable. Alright, so for example, move that up a little bit. You have 4x, then that means your coefficient is 4. If you have negative x, that means your coefficient is negative 1. Okay, that's because negative x is the same as saying negative 1 times x. And if you have y, your coefficient is 1. And that's just because y is the same as saying 1 times y. Alright. So let's move on to our next area. And that's combining like terms. Okay, and when combining like terms, The variables must be exactly the same in order to combine them, even the exponents. Okay, so exponents must be the same also. All right. Okay, so let's go for our first example. We wanted to simplify the expression. Say 2x plus 5 plus 3x plus 2. Okay, so let's just go ahead and rewrite it. Okay, so now we're going to combine the terms that have the same variable. Okay, so you have 2x and 3x. We can go ahead and combine those. And we can go ahead and combine 5 and 2. Now since 2 plus 3 equals 5, that means that 2x plus 3x is just 5x. So 2x plus 3x here will give us our 5x. And we combine our 5 and 2, that gives us our 7. Okay, so let's go for another example. Move that up a little. What if we wanted to simplify 3xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 7xy? Okay, so again, we're just going to go ahead and rewrite it. 3xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 7xy. So here we have an xy here and an xy there. We will go ahead and combine those two. Okay, so 3 plus 7 equals 10. So 3xy plus 7xy is 10xy. So 3xy and 7xy gives us our 10xy. Now your 2x and 3y, you can't combine those with anything because they aren't the exact same. X is not the same as xy. Y is not the same as xy. So those just stay the same. Alright, so let's go to our next example. Let's straighten that up. There we go. Okay, what if we wanted to simplify 4b plus 8 minus 7b plus 9? Okay, so you go ahead and press pause, and I want you to give this one a try. Okay, so I'm assuming you've pressed pause and you have worked it out. So now we're going to go ahead and solve this one. And I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and combine those two. Okay, so we know if 4 minus 7 is negative 3, then that means 4b minus 7b is negative 3b. So that gives us negative 3b. And we can go ahead and combine 8 and 9 also. 8 plus 9 is 17. So that would be our answer. Alright. So let's throw another example in there. What if we wanted to simplify 7x squared plus 5x plus 6x squared plus 7xy. Okay. So again, I want you to press pause, and I want you to try to go ahead and solve this one. Okay, so I'm assuming you've already worked it out. So we're going to go ahead and solve it. So 7x squared plus 5x plus 6x squared plus 7xy. This x squared and this x squared can actually be combined. And again, 7 plus 6 equals 13, so 7x squared plus 6x squared is 13x squared. Okay, so we have our 13x squared. 5x cannot be combined with anything, so you don't have anything else with just an x variable. So we leave that the same. Identical with 7xy. We don't have any other xy variables, so that stays the same. Okay, so that's how you would simplify your equations. Your expressions. And let me throw one more example. What if we wanted to identify the coefficients of, let's say for problem A, is 7r squared. For problem B is negative 4p. And for problem C, let's say if we just have t. Remember, a variable can be anything. Alright, so we'll look at problem A. Remember, your coefficient is just the numerical value next to your variable. So for A, the coefficient is 7. For problem B, coefficient is negative 4. And for problem C, remember t is the same as saying 1t. So your coefficient is 1. Okay, so this is the first part of your simplifying algebraic expressions, and part 2 will be coming up in the next video.